Uh,
All right, we are live with the Seattle Redhawks U18 A1 team, getting ready to play Game 3 of the weekend this morning against the Vancouver Angels team. This will be the last game in placement for Pakaha, so team hoping to do well today as they go skating around the ice in warm-ups. I'm going to go on mute while we wait for this game to get started. If you can get him. All right, we are live with the Seattle Redhawks U18 A1 team. I'm going to get them on camera. We got some familiar faces. Jason Jolie here. Looks like home visiting. Even better than the Selly stickers. We have the real thing. All right, out on the ice to start this first 15-minute period. We got Cammie at center, Kate and Liv on the wings, Francis and Audrey back on D. And we got Kira in the net for this game. She's all set. 15-minute first period. The refs are just chatting over there at the clock. And again, this is the last Pakaha placement game against the Vancouver Angels. Puck down in neutral. That goes back to Vancouver. They D-to-D it. Goes off the stick of the other defender. They try to send it back out into neutral. Kate catching it along the wall. She dumps that into the zone. Vancouver will go back and pick that up as Cammie goes to put pressure on along with Liv. Puck set up along the wall. Francis pinching to keep that puck in. Liv able to grab a hold of it. She sends it back behind the net, though, where Vancouver gets it. They pass it around the backside. Cammie gets to it in the corner. She's trying to send it back through. Vancouver comes away with it on the wall, but Kate going to try to cut him off. They're still able to pick that puck out. They kick it. It gets caught at the blue line. Francis able to keep it in. She dumps it deep. We've got some changes happening as we have Lucy and Talia coming out on the ice. Puck going back behind the net again. Lucy going back to try to get to it in the corner. She's got the puck on the side. She sends it up the wall trying to hit Talia. Talia lifts it back over to Francis. Out comes Dakota. Puck gets sent back into the corner again where Vancouver picks it up. They try to center it back out. It's going to come back out into neutral. Dakota going after it as Audrey tries to cut him off. Dakota gets back to the puck. She tried to pass it across. Francis able to grab it off the wall, though. She tries to take it back out into neutral. Vancouver holding the line there as they battle back and forth against the wall trying to get that puck loose. Woo! Francis just trying to keep on her skates there. Again, still pushing to get that puck over, and they're going to go ahead and blow a whistle and do a puck drop. New line coming out on the ice. Looks like Shay and Lily on the wings. Cammie at center. And looks like Zoe and McKinley on defense. Puck drops, goes back to Vancouver again. They've got control of the puck. They try to go forward. Lily almost able to cut him off. Puck goes loose. McKinley trying to send up the wall. It gets knocked by the player, though. Cammie goes back for it. Cammie turning back around in front of the net. As she comes along the side, she hits it out on the wall. Vancouver keeps it in at the blue line. Here goes Zoe as she goes back behind. Puck back up on the wall there. Lily and Zoe trying to work together. Vancouver able to send it back to the blue line. Lily going back forward. They're going to dump it along the wall. Zoe almost able to catch it. Puck back on the side of the net. Kira blocks it out. Puck goes back out to the wall again. Lily's going to pick it up off the wall as she goes out into neutral. She passes it across to Cammie. Cammie at the center. Here she comes across the neutral ice as she enters into the zone. Lily going back with her. Puck gets knocked off, but Shay's able to pick it up as she backhands around the wall. Shay coming along the board. She kicks it back to the corner behind the net. Lily going back for it. Vancouver gets to it first. They stick it back behind. D has it as they try to pass it on the wall. Audrey pinching keeps the puck in. Puck's going to get knocked back out again into neutral, but Audrey riding the player as she gets back to the puck. And Talia sends that one back. It gets missed there by Francis, but picked up by Lily. Lily rebounds it back off the wall. Talia trying to catch it. Lily trying to get off here as that one's sent back forward by Shay as we got line changes. Kate able to pick up that puck in neutral as she came off the bench. Here she goes into the zone. She's out on the outside as she goes back behind the net. She's chasing after the puck here. She comes along the wall. She passes it back to Francis at the blue line. Francis with a shot at the blue line. Scoop up. Nope, the rebound's off the goalie. Liv tried to put a shot in there, and the goalie was able to catch it. 12:20 left to go here in the first period. Still 0-all. Out on the ice right now, we've got Talia at center, Kate and Liv on the wings, Audrey and Francis on D. Puck goes back down again. Liv sending that one over to Francis. Francis over to Audrey. Audrey takes a shot wide of the net. Rebounds off the backboards. It's in the corner. Angels sending it up the wall. They lift it out into neutral. Audrey will skate back for that. Here she goes as she goes back defensively. Audrey coming around the backside. Nope, she's going to turn around on the corner. She was trying to send up the wall to Talia, and then Liv able to backhand it out into neutral where Kate picks it up. Kate's going to send that back over to Audrey as Audrey enters neutral. She tried to pass it across to Talia. Just missed her. Rebounds off some sticks, though. Liv will get back to it in the corner, though. As she goes back along the wall. She passes it back up the boards to Francis. Francis will take a shot from the blue line. It's wide of the net. Rebounds back off the wall. Audrey will pinch, keeping that puck in. Vancouver able to pick it up off the wall, though. They're going to pass that back out as they enter the neutral ice. That's Francis back on D. Liv coming on the back check as the puck gets dumped into our zone back behind the net. Talia will come back and get this puck. She's going to have pressure from Vancouver. She sends it behind her, trying to hit Audrey. It's going to go all the way around to Liv on the corner. Liv trying to send up the wall. Vancouver's there, though. They keep the puck in, and they dump it back deep. Liv will pick it up as she tries to go around the backside. Vancouver catching it again. They tried to center it up in front, but it goes to Kate. Kate will take that one out into the neutral ice. Here she she goes down the ice as we have a shift change happening. Vancouver able to knock it off Kate's stick along the wall there as we have a new line joining her. Got Cami out along with Dakota, Zoe, and McKinley. Puck caught up on the corner by Cami as Cami comes back around the backside. Kate coming back to change. Puck goes back out into neutral as Lucy comes out. Puck will go all the way back to Kira. Kira sending it out on the wall, trying to hit it to Lucy. Lucy sending it back out, but Vancouver catches it at the blue line as they take it back in. Zoe back on defense, able to block out with her skates. Goes underneath her feet, though. Oh, they're trying to get that puck out there on the side of the wall. It goes back out to the boards. Lucy hitting it up the wall, but Vancouver gets it. Zoe blocks it. Here goes Zoe as she goes forward into the neutral zone. Zoe going all the way out. She enters in. She takes a shot. Oh, that for a goal! Great goal by Zoe. 10:31 left to go here in the first period. Now 1-0 Redhawks. Great shot by Zoe. She took it all the way down the ice and got that one in there. Great effort there. All right, looks like new line coming out. We've got Talia out at center, Lily and Shay on the wings, Audrey and Francis on D. 10:31 left to go in the first, and it's 1-0 Redhawks. Puck drops. Talia sending that back behind. Audrey steps up to grab it. Here goes Audrey as she goes forward across the neutral ice into the zone. She's going to send that deep back behind the net. Lily going back to get to the corner as the Angels get back there. She's trying to hold it out on the wall. Shay coming in to help on the other side. Puck back behind the net again. Lily going to cut off the player. She goes down along the boards. Vancouver sending it up the wall. Audrey trying to pinch to keep that puck in. She manages to stop the player. Puck caught up on the boards. Talia trying to go forward. All right, getting ready to start the second period. It'll be 20 minutes. We'll start it with a 42-second PK. Yeah, we're just getting things reset here on the camera. Les, doing a quick hot fix between periods so that he can get the remote control working. It's kind of cool. That way he can control it and David can just focus on the camera. All right, so as we start the second 20-minute period, like I said, 3-0 Redhawks. Out for this PK to start, we've got Cami and Kate, Francis and Audrey. Whoop, had a water bottle fall on the ice. Nah. All right, puck goes back down. Vancouver able to grab a hold of it. It's going to come into the zone, or Vancouver will pick it back up their defensive zone. They try to pass it out on the wall, but they miss it. Francis able to grab it. She sends it back into the other side corner. 29 seconds left here on the PK as Vancouver picks up the puck on the wall. Cami going to cut him off. They decide to turn back around as they go around the other side. Kate coming to put pressure on as they go behind the net. They pass it. Ooh, tried to pass it up the wall, but it got missed. Cami able to grab a hold of it. She knocks it up high in the air. Kate trying to control it as it goes underneath their skates. Vancouver able to pass it up the wall. They try to rebound it back out, but Francis catches it with her skate. Cami sends it back in. It's going to go back behind the net. We got 5 seconds left to go here on the PK. Vancouver trying to get to it. They get caught up on the wall as they entered into neutral. Kate able to come away with the puck as she turns around in neutral. We've now cleared the penalty. She sends that one in. It goes off a stick. Lucy coming in for it as we got a bunch of players coming out. We've got Talia, Dakota and Zoe. Puck back on the backside again. It's going to go back up the wall. Dakota going to try to cut it off. Puck goes back again. Picked up again by Vancouver. They're going to try to pass it out on the wall again. Lucy getting there to cut him off as she holds him. And she tries to push that puck through. Vancouver picks it back up again. They're going to send that all the way down the ice. They were looking for a change there. 18:43 left to go here in the second period. Still 3-0 Redhawks. And we'll come back down to this end of the ice again. Coming out on defense, we got McKinley, who will take over for Francis. She'll join Zoe on D. On the forward line right now, we've got Talia at center with Dakota and Lucy on the wings. Puck down. That gets sent back to the corner. Talia trying to go for it. Vancouver sending it up the wall. They turn back around. They shift it back out into neutral, but they get cut off by McKinley. Zoe able to recover it. She gives it back to Lucy. Lucy will dump that deep behind the net, letting a shift change happen with Lucy and Lily. Lily coming out for Lucy. Puck sent up along the wall. Talia kicks that back behind. Puck's going to go back on the backside of the net. Lily battling to get there with Vancouver. They try to clear it back out. They've got it on the corner. McKinley came in deep trying to keep that puck in as Lily falls back on D. Here goes Vancouver across. They try to pass it out in neutral, but they miss the pass. They're able to recover it in neutral as they go back forward again. Lily going to try to block them out. She holds them up on the wall. Whoa, as they go down on the boards. Puck gets sent to the other side of the wall. Talia able to kick that one forward, back out again into neutral where Vancouver will recover it. Vancouver trying to kick it back across the wall again. Lily gets it. She sends it back up. It's going to go back to Vancouver's defensive ice. They pass it back across again. That puck will get picked up and sent in by Vancouver. Zoe going back for it as she goes back to the corner. Zoe going around the backside as she comes up the wall. She's trying to carry that puck forward. She gives it out to Shea, but Vancouver's able to recover it. They lose the puck off their stick as they go forward again, though. They're going to dump that back to the corner. Talia going back for it. We got 17:30 left to go here in the second as she passes it behind, trying to hit McKinley. McKinley passing that forward, trying to hit Lily, but it goes wide. Vancouver catches it at the blue line. Puck back out to the wall again. Vancouver passing it back to the blue line. They try to pass it back forward on the wall. That gets intercepted by Zoe. Goes back off the wall again. Vancouver trying to send it in. That's going to go back to the other side corner. McKinley going back to try to get a hold of that puck, and now Shea trying to knock it loose too at the blue line. They get caught up there just in front of the blue line. Puck goes across to the other side. Zoe tried to block. They take a shot just wide of the net. McKinley has sent it down the backside of the wall. She gets it to Lily. Lily manages to get around to the defender. She's got another one coming in front of her, but she's able to hold on to that puck. Here goes Lily as she comes across the neutral. She manages to pull it into the zone. It gets tied up on the side, allowing the rest of the shift change to happen while she holds the puck on the wall. Puck pops out where Cammie's able to grab it. Cammie takes it into the zone. Oh, nope. She goes around the backside of the net. She passes it back to Francis at the blue line. Francis with a shot wide of the net, rebounds off the backside of the boards. Kate able to swoop in and pick it up. She centers it up to Liv. Oh, almost to Cammie. It just went right through the skates. Vancouver again has it on the wall as they send it back to the corner. They try to send it around the backside of the net. Audrey coming in deep to pinch. She sends it back behind the net. Skips over Kate's stick, but Vancouver able to get back to it. Cammie cutting them off there. Vancouver sending it around the other side again. Here comes Liv up along the wall as Audrey comes into pinch too. Puck goes back, picked up by Kate as she turns back around. Kate dumps that to Cammie. Cammie takes a shot blocked by the goalie. Rebounds back off. Vancouver sending it out to the wall. Vancouver trying to clear it out, but it's caught by Audrey at the blue line. Puck goes off the stick of the goalie back to the corner again. Vancouver's going to shift that down and ice it, giving the opportunity for their shift change here with 15:49 left to go in the second period. Still 3-0 Redhawks. We'll also have a line change, it looks like, on the back. We've got Zoe and McKinley coming out on D. Still have Cammie, Kate, and Liv on the forward line. Puck down, that gets sent to the boards. Vancouver recovers it. They send it back behind the net, but Kate grabs it. Whoops, she gets pinched up by the player, but she's still able to hold on the puck. She drives it through to the blue line where McKinley gets it. McKinley sending it up the wall to Kate. Kate sending that one over to Zoe at the blue line. Zoe with a shot, blocked by the goalie, rebounds it back out to the wall. McKinley going to pinch, keeping the puck in. She sends it back to the corner. Vancouver passing it back behind the net. Here goes Vancouver as they try to carry that one out, but McKinley keeps it in. She gives it over to Kate. Kate turning back around. She tried to sling that back over to Liv. It just gets missed, but it goes back to Zoe at the blue line. Zoe's sending it back forward again. Kate with a backhand. It's caught up underneath the skates. She sends it back in. It gets pushed back by Vancouver back out to the wall. Vancouver trying to send it up the boards. Zoe trying to keep it in, and Vancouver's able to pick it up as they go back out again into neutral. Here goes Vancouver as they come down the ice. Kate able to knock it off their stick. Whoa, that was a big fall there for that. And it looks like there'll be a penalty against us for tripping. Kate will go to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. 15 minutes left to play here in the second period. Still 3-0 Redhawks. Coming out to defend on the PK, we've got Dakota and Lucy on the forward line. Francis and Audrey on D. Puck drops, that goes back where Lucy's able to catch it. Lucy sends it back down the ice, but that's going to be nope, they're going to wave off the icing. Lucy will race to get back to it as she goes back on the corner. She picks up the puck on the wall. Oop, Moose misses the puck, though. Vancouver able to pick it back up. Here goes Vancouver as they drive back out into the neutral. Lucy hot on their heels. Dakota going in there. She's able to grab a hold of the puck, keeping it in the neutral, but Vancouver picks it back up on the wall as they come in. They center it back up to the blue line, passing it back to the point. They take a shot there, blocked by Kira, goes off the side of the net. Vancouver racing to get back to it along with Audrey. They pick it up along the wall. They center it back in front of the net, but Dakota's there blocking. Another shot wide, high over the top of the net. Vancouver picks it up off the wall. They send it back to the blue line. 48 seconds left here on the PK. They pass it across D to D. Vancouver passing it back again. Here they take another shot. That gets deflected off the side of the net back to the wall again. Vancouver looking for what to do here with this puck. They try to send it back forward, but Francis catches it. She shifts it out down the ice. Great job there by Francis. We got 30 seconds. Here comes Dakota and Lucy. They're going to change with Lily and Talia. Vancouver picking up the puck. They pass it back forward as they come back out across the neutral. They have to send the puck back on defense as Lily's there. They take it back into the zone, but they get cut off there. They decide to pass it back to the defense. We got 15 seconds left to go. They dump it back in where it's caught by Francis. Francis will shift it all the way down the ice. Puck is going to come all the way back behind the net. Vancouver will come back for it. They're going to go back behind the net again. Lily coming to put pressure on her. She goes in front of the net, waiting for the player to decide. She's going to lose all of her time here. We clear the PK. They pass it back out again on the wall. Here goes Vancouver as they pass it back up and they go out into the neutral. They pass it back again on the blue line. Vancouver has it just inside neutral, but Talia going to try to cut him off. Puck pops back out to Francis. Francis trying to carry it forward. Zoe grabs a hold of it, but they knock it off her stick. It's picked back up by Shea. Shea sending it back forward. Lily able to put a stick on it. Lily's going to drive forward. She's got the player from Vancouver right in front of her. She comes from behind. Lily trying to get there as Vancouver sends it up along the wall. Talia trying to get there. She cuts off the puck. She's pinned up on the boards as Lily comes in to help along with Shea. Shea able to get the puck back. She sends it back to McKinley. McKinley sends it up the wall, putting it deep back in the corner again. Talia coming back for that puck. Talia tried to send it up to Shea. She comes back to the side again. She's trying to center it. Oh, it goes up along the wall to Zoe. Zoe takes a shot, caught in the body by the goalie. 12:37 left to go here in the second. Still 3-0 Red Hawks. New line coming out on the ice. Looks like we have Liv and Liv, Cammie, and Kate on the forward line. Audrey and Francis on D. Puck back down again, goes out to the wall. Liv trying to get there as the puck's sent back to the blue line for Francis. Francis takes a shot from the blue line off the goalie's glove. Vancouver picks up. They try to send it back behind the net, but Kate's there. Kate looping around, tried to make a goal, but it got blocked out by Vancouver. They send it out on the wall. Again, back to the blue line. Francis again dumping it in. It's going to come off the corner. Woo! And the goalie will go ahead and grab it with the glove and cover. 12:17 left to go in the second. Puck drops. Cammie gets caught on her skates, but she's able to give it to Kate. Kate over to Francis, up to Audrey. Audrey able to battle against the player from Vancouver, keeping the puck in. She dumps it deep. Liv gets back to it. She passes it to Kate back behind the net. Kate tried to center it back up. Vancouver caught it. Francis able to keep it in, and Cammie recovers it. Cammie sends it back deep to the corner where Kate will go back for it. Kate sends it through to Cammie. Cammie with a shot off the goalie's glove, pops on the side. Vancouver picking it back up again as they go around the backside. They send it up the wall, but Audrey came in deep to keep the puck in. Puck pops back out to Kate. Kate sends it over to Liv. It gets blocked by the goalie, goes back behind the net again. Kate centering it back up again, trying to get it to Liv. Liv back on the wall. She sends it back to Audrey again. Audrey with a low shot blocked by the goalie. Kate trying to get the rebound. Puck is loose. Whoop, trying to send it in. Vancouver able to kick it back out. Vancouver's going to shift that down out into neutral. Audrey will recover it. They're looking for a shift change. Audrey's going to turn back around. They're desperate for it as Liv tries to get a hold of that puck. That gets pinned up on the wall. Vancouver trying to get a stick on it. Francis will step up and get it as she drives forward. They cannot change. They got one player out. Francis with a shot off the goalie's glove, pops in front. Francis trying to get to it as it gets kicked back out. Kate's got it as she backhands. Gets knocked off her stick by Vancouver again. They try to kick it back out, but Talia's come out. She has it. She centers it back up where Zoe will pick it up. Here goes Zoe as she comes out along the corner. Vancouver able to knock it off her stick as they pin her up on the boards. They're going to shift that out. Just hops over McKinley. That's going to go down into our defensive ice. Lucy will skate back for it. Vancouver looking for that change as Lucy gets back to the puck. She's going to wheel back behind the net with it. She sends it over to McKinley. McKinley shifting that out. Oop, misses Dakota, though. Goes back out into neutral where Vancouver will send it back forward. It gets caught on the ref, but they're able to dump it back deep. It's going to go behind our net. McKinley will get back to it, and she sends it back behind the net for Zoe, but Vancouver is there. They're right on the corner of the net, and Kira has to reach out and cover it with the glove. 10:26 left to go here in the second. Still 3-0 Red Hawks. And out on the ice right now, we've got Zoe and McKinley on D on the forward line. We have Talia at center with Dakota and Lucy on the wings. Puck goes back behind again. Dakota trying to get to it as she goes forward. She gets pressure there up along the line. Puck kicked back out to the wall again. Vancouver going back for it as Talia tried to cut him off. Again, pinned up on that wall as the puck goes back behind. Coming up the board. Let's see Lucy trying to get to it as it's sent back in by Vancouver. Now Zoe has it. Zoe kicks it back behind the net. It's going to come up along the wall. Dakota trying to kick it back out as they get pinched up on the boards. Puck goes back to the other side again. McKinley able to pass that one out to Lucy. Lucy pushing it forward to neutral. She gets pinched up by Vancouver along the boards. Puck sent back where it's picked up by Zoe. Zoe launched it across to Dakota. It goes wide out into neutral. Dakota trying to pin him up on the wall there in the neutral. Lucy able to come from behind. She pushes the puck, but she gets pinched up on the boards. Vancouver gets a hold of the puck again as they send it out along the wall. Let's see, Shea has come out along with Cammie, it looks like, and Lily. Puck kept in there by Francis. Lily going to it. She's able to cut it off on the wall, and Shea sends it back in along the wall. Vancouver sending it up to the corner again. Let's see. Francis will go in and pinch as Lily comes in behind. Vancouver has to send it around the other side again. Shea coming here to put pressure on the corner as they try to send the puck up the wall. It's caught up underneath the skates there. Shea able to grab a hold of it. Shea gets around one defender. Comes off her stick as she goes back for it. Vancouver getting to it on the wall. They're trying to shift it back out. Lily comes in and strips it off the stick. Here goes Lily as she goes back around. She centers it up to Cammie. Oh! Shot just wide of the net. It was a great shot there. Puck goes back out into neutral where Francis will recover it. Francis back across to Audrey. Audrey sending it back forward again. That goes up to Lily in neutral via Francis. Lily's got it on the wall. She's going to dump it deep back behind the net before Vancouver can cut her off. Pressure coming in here. Lily able to hold on to it on the line. She sends it back to Audrey at the blue line. Audrey with a shot. Oh, it gets deflected. Just pops off. Lily trying to grab a hold of it. Vancouver trying to clear that one out. It gets back to the point again. Liv trying to go back for it along with Francis. Vancouver's going to kick that one back out again into neutral. We're going to go back to Audrey. Audrey's going to send that one across to Liv. Puck pops back out again where Francis will catch it. Here goes Francis as she goes forward. Francis into the zone. Gets knocked off her stick. Kate able to come pick it up from behind. Kate going back behind the net. Here goes Kate. She passes it through, trying to hit Talia, but it's caught by Vancouver. Vancouver carrying it back out again into neutral. Talia trying to turn it back around. Puck loose in the neutral, goes out to the other side wall. Zoe will go back for it. Zoe will turn back around in our defensive ice, looking for that pass up. Just misses Talia, but it's caught by Vancouver in neutral. They'll D-to-D it across their defensive zone as they come along the wall, looking for that pass out into neutral. They pass it up the boards. Goes over the player's stick, though. Zoe will get back to it. Zoe's going to turn it back around. Up, she was trying to hit Talia, I think, on that one, but it's going to go all the way down the ice. Vancouver will get back to it, though, so they'll wave off the icing. Their D will pick it up in the corner. They tried to pass it back, but Liv will get back there along with Talia. Oh, puck goes up the blue line, just gets past McKinley on the boards. That's going to go all the way down to our defensive ice. McKinley and Zoe trying to get there. Zoe able to turn it back around. She gets it up along the wall, gives it out to Kate. Kate passing it out to Liv. Here goes Liv as she goes forward. Up comes off Liv's stick with pressure from the defenders. Caught up underneath her feet. We've got some more changes happening there as Kate goes after that puck. She's able to turn it back around, but Vancouver picks it back up as they kick it back out again into neutral. Liv trying to get a hold of it. They pass it back to the other side. Defense looks like some more changes happening in situ as Vancouver goes back out into neutral. Managed to get around Lucy there as they come out across the neutral ice. Whoop, they lose the puck off the stick. Lucy able to grab it as she goes back forward. Here goes Lucy. She kicks it back out to the wall. Cammie will pick it up. Cammie kicks it over, trying to hit Lucy. It's just hopping in the air. Not able to get that one. Too much pressure from Vancouver. Vancouver shifting that out down the ice. They lifted it. It's going to go all the way down. Audrey will go back and pick it up behind the net. Audrey coming up the side. She tried to center it back out to Lucy. It pops back out into neutral. Goes off the Vancouver stick. They're able to pick it back up again, though, as they try to send it back forward. Vancouver gets it again as they turn back around. That's Lucy hot on their heels. Puck dumped back into the zone behind our net. Audrey gets a hold of it. She sends it up the wall, but that'll be caught by Vancouver at the blue line. Vancouver's going to take a shot from there. Scooped in the glove by Kira. 5:58 left to go here in the second period. New line coming out. Looks like we have Shea and Talia and Lily on the forward line. Zoe and McKinley on D. Puck goes back down to Vancouver at the point. They pass it across the other side. Oh, Lily almost able to knock it off their stick as they send it back to the wall. Puck will come back to Lily on the board. She's trying to battle it out with Vancouver. They're able to come away with it as they go back to the corner. They go back behind the net. Puck coming up on the other side again. McKinley's got it. She tries to center it back out. It's going to come out into neutral. Vancouver will recover it. Shea coming to put pressure on as Vancouver goes back. They pass it across to the other side defense. They dump it back out again into neutral. Caught by McKinley. McKinley sends it back forward. Goes off the player's skates, though. Vancouver will pick it back up again. They're going to dump that into the zone. It's going to go back to the corner. Let's see, Zoe will get back to it. She tried to center it back out. That's going to go down the ice, though. It's likely going to, no, it'll die, so Vancouver will get back to it defensively as they pass it in front of the net. Vancouver trying to pass it out on the wall. They get it back out again into neutral. Hops over their player, and Zoe. Zoe gets back to it. She passes it back up to McKinley. McKinley trying to send it through to Lily. Lily sends it back forward in neutral, but then Vancouver grabs it and dumps it deep. Puck will go back behind the net again. Now McKinley will get to it. Woo! McKinley's got pressure there in the corner as Lily tried to turn around. Zoe will come back for it. Zoe's going to send it back up along the boards. Let's see Shea trying to get there on the wall as she gets pinned up by Vancouver. Puck up underneath the skates there as they try to drive it forward. McKinley coming to help. Puck pops up on the wall, back to the blue line again. Vancouver getting in position there. They take a shot, and that's grabbed in the glove by Kira. 4:33 left to go here in the second. Still 3-0 Red Hawks. New line out on the ice. You got Cammie out at center. Kate and Liv on the wings. Francis and Audrey on D. Puck goes back down again, back behind the net. That's picked up by Audrey. Audrey sending it up the wall to Kate. Kate turns around as she sends it bumping back out again into neutral. Cammie trying to hold on to it. Puck goes loose. Now Audrey able to pick it up. Here goes Audrey. She's got one defender in front of her. She goes to the outside. She passed it hard across to Liv, but it hops over her stick. Liv able to get it, though, and dump it deep back behind the net. Cammie going back for it on the corner as Vancouver carries it off the corner. They're going to try and send it out on the wall. They tried to send it up, but Kate caught it. Kate going back. She's going to go back out into neutral, giving more time to turn around as we clear the offsides. Kate coming back in. Loses the puck off her stick. Vancouver catches it, but Audrey comes from behind. She keeps it in. Puck up along the wall. Cammie will get back to it. Cammie takes a shot wide of the net, rebounding back off the corner here. Francis was coming in to pinch, but Kate was able to cut it off. Francis centers it back up again. It'll go out to the other side wall. Vancouver will get back to it. They rebounded off the boards. That's going to go all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing against Vancouver. 3:37 left to go here in the second. New line coming out on the ice. We have Talia out at center, Lucy and Dakota on the wings. Looks like Lily and Zoe on defense. Yeah, I think must be a lot going on right now. Puck back down again. Talia sends that one back to Lily at the blue line. Lily looking for that shot. She centers it up the wall to Lucy. Lucy gets it to Dakota. And the goalie covers it up. 3:29 left to go in the second. Missing a player on Vancouver. Ref managed to catch himself. Hey! That was like ice capade kind of stuff right there. Puck goes down again. Talia kicking that one loose. Zoe able to catch it as Dakota tries to hold it on the board. She sends it back to the corner. Vancouver will get back to it. They're going to send it up along the wall. They pass it back forward. Lily coming to pinch. She keeps it in, sending it back deep. It's going to go back behind the net. Dakota coming back to put pressure on as Vancouver sends it up the wall. Talia will get to it. She's trying to knock that puck loose. It's going to come back to Zoe. Zoe's going to send that one across to Lily. Lily with a shot. Blocked by the goalie. It's loose right in front as Dakota tries to stuff in the rebound, and it's covered up. Ian catches the defense pair and says, "No, we're not changing yet." That was pretty good there at the doors. 3:03 left to go here at the second. 3-0. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Puck drops. Talia sending that one back to Lily. Lily with a shot low, deflected by the goalie, back out to the corner again. Talia sending it up the wall to Lily. Lily kicks that over to Zoe, just off the side of her stick, but Zoe able to get to it. She sends it back in. Off Talia. Deflection, almost caught there. Puck sent back out again. Dakota trying to keep it in. Lily gets to it on the blue line. She saves it, keeping it in deep. Kate will get back to it on the corner. Kate pinned up on the boards there. She tries to send the puck up along the wall. Talia coming in to help her. Talia will send it up, bouncing over to Lily. Lily at the blue line. Lily's got pressure. She sends it back for her, but Vancouver able to get it. She was looking for that pass opportunity. Puck goes back out into neutral again. Zoe will get to it. She knocks it away. Liv trying to get there as Vancouver takes it back forward. Puck gets sent back out again. Goes off Kate's stick out to the wall. Kate will pick it up as she goes back behind. She's going to send it up the boards on the backside of the wall. Getting it to Liv. Liv trying to send it back forward, but gets sent back behind the net again where Lily will pick it up. Lily's going to kick that one out to Kate. Ooh, gets caught by Vancouver, but Kate's able to go back for it. She sends it out across the neutral. Here comes Liv as she comes down the ice. Liv will pick it up off the wall. She gets to the zone. She's going to have a shot blocked by the goalie, and she has to cover it up. 1:56 left to go here in the second period. Still 3-0 Redhawks, as we now have Audrey and Francis out on D, Cammie at center with Shay and Lucy on the wings. Cammie kicking that one back to Shay. Shay over to Audrey. Audrey with a shot. Oh, it gets caught in the body by Lucy, though. Puck up underneath the skates there as they battle to keep it loose. Audrey able to get it. She sends it over to Francis. Francis with a shot caught in the glove by the goalie. Great pressure there by the Redhawks. 1:43 left to go here in the second. Puck goes back down again, over to Shay. Shay getting it to Francis. Francis over to Lucy. Lucy backhands it forward. Cammie trying to redirect it, but it's caught by Vancouver. They go back behind the net. Cammie fighting to get it. She kicks it forward as she tries to go for it again. Vancouver trying to knock it off her stick as Shay tries to get there. Puck goes back to the blue line. Francis with a shot. Oh! Yeah! Francis with the shot and the deflection by Cammie, putting it into the net, bringing it 4-0 Redhawks with 1:25 left to go here in the second period. Great job there. It did work. They're finally starting to connect this morning. Yeah. Yesterday they just worked really, really hard with the short bench. Out on the ice, looks like we have Tolly at center, Liv and Kate on the wings. Puck goes down. Gets kicked back again. That's going to get picked up by Audrey. Audrey sending it through to Kate in neutral. Kate tried to kick that one across. She gets it over to Liv. Liv on the outside as she comes around. She centers it up. It goes deflecting off the goalie. Kate trying to keep it in as Vancouver picks it back up again. Francis went to cut him off as Talia gets back to that puck. She keeps it in. That'll go back deep to the corner behind the net. Vancouver will get back to it, though. Here they go. They're going to try and shift it. They're going to go ahead and ice it all the way down with nope, that's going to be stopped by Kira, though. Kira will send that one back out. 50 seconds left to go here. Kate knocks it off the stick as she's able to pick it up in neutral. She passes it across to Liv. Liv trying to take that one into the zone. Puck gets kicked back out again into neutral. Audrey recovers it. Audrey will dump it deep. That'll go back behind the net. We got 36 seconds left to go here. Cammie coming out for Talia as the puck gets sent all the way down the ice. 30 seconds left to go in the period. Audrey will get back to it on the backside of the net as she wheels back behind. She sends it back behind her to Cammie. Cammie will launch that one out to Kate, who's got no defenders in front of her. She's going to go into the zone, gets around the defender that catches up, takes a shot wide of the net, rebounds back off the backboards. We got some more changes happening right now with 12 seconds left to go as Cammie turns back around in the zone. Cammie going back out to the wall. Turning back around on the boards. She kicks it back over to Audrey at the blue line. Audrey sending it back up to Cammie, but it gets deflected by Vancouver. Cammie's got it. She takes a shot high up over the top. And at the end of 2, it is 4-0 Redhawks. I'll go on mute while we wait for third and final to start. All right, get ready to start the third and final period. 15 minutes on the clock. 4-0 Redhawks out on the ice to start that period. We've got Cammie at center, Kate and Liv on the wings, Francis and Audrey on D, and Kira over here on the net. Puck goes back down again. Cammie sending it forward. It gets picked up by Vancouver. Vancouver will shift that one out in the neutral, but Francis is there holding him on the line. She sends it back up along the wall. Vancouver passing it across the D in the neutral. Here they go, dumping the puck back behind the net. It'll go behind where Francis will get to it on the corner. Francis sending it up the wall. Caught by Vancouver at the blue line, though. They pass that one in. Blocked by Kira out to the outside corner. Francis kicking it back behind the net. It's going to come up the wall where Kate will grab a hold of it. Kate shifting that one out, caught by Vancouver, but Audrey comes from behind. She's able to hold on to it, kicking it back out into neutral. Vancouver will dump it back in, but they got to clear the offsides. Puck will come back behind the net where Francis will pick it up. Francis will pass it up on the wall. Oop, rebounds bad. Back out to the blue line. Vancouver passing it up the wall. Kate trying to get there as they send it back to the blue line again. Vancouver D-to-D'ing it up along the blue line. They pass it back again to the other side. Kate trying to get to there as they send it back in. Francis able to catch it. She sends it back up to Liv. Liv kicks it out to Kate. Here goes Kate across the neutral. She's going to dump that into the zone, allowing the shift change to happen. Out comes Zoe on defense along with McKinley. We've got Talia on the forward line along with Lucy. And Liv coming back to change for Dakota. Puck gets sent back in by Zoe. She sends it back behind the net. That gets picked up by Lucy. Lucy up the wall to Zoe, or to Dakota, over to McKinley. McKinley kicking that back in to Zoe. Zoe keeps it in, sending it back behind the net. That puck gets centered back up. Lucy trying to get to it as the puck goes back to the corner again. Vancouver kicking it back out into neutral where McKinley gets it. McKinley over to Zoe. Zoe will pass that one forward to Dakota. Dakota tried to take it in but got knocked off her stick, but Lucy able to come in behind and grab a hold of it. Lucy kicks it back to Talia. Talia with a shot, caught in the body by the goalie. Great pass there by Lucy and shot by Talia. 13-18 left to play in this game, 4-0 Redhawks. New line coming out on the ice. We've got Audrey and Francis on D. Looks like forward line will stay out. Puck goes back down again. Lucy getting back to it. She sends it over to Francis at the blue line. Francis across to Audrey. Audrey has pressure. She manages to send it back forward, though, where it's picked up by Talia. Talia kicking it back, trying to hit Audrey. They manage to dump it past. That's going to come back out into neutral. Lucy will get back for it, though. She kicks it up off the wall. Goes back to the Vancouver defense, though, as they come forward along the neutral. Lucy trying to cut him off as they enter the zone. Oh, Audrey able to use her skates to knock that puck out. She sends it back out into the neutral zone where Vancouver will recover it. They turn back around. They're skating back and forth defensively as we have Lily coming out to join the team. Vancouver trying to send it back. Lily able to kick it up off the wall. She catches it from behind. She dumps it back. Vancouver will send it back around, allowing the rest of the shift change to happen. Vancouver kicking it back out on the blue line. They're going to try and pass it back out to neutral. Goes off Lily's stick again. Shea able to grab it. She gives it over to Lily. Lily turning back around. Lily passing it across to Francis. Here goes Francis up along the neutral. Francis is going to dump it into the zone. It'll go back behind the net. Lily skating hard to get back to that puck as it goes back behind. She's going to come from behind on the player from Vancouver. Manages to cut her off. They have to send the puck back behind the net. Shea trying to get there to knock it. They send it up the wall. Audrey pinching, but Lily comes from behind, grabs a hold of the puck. Vancouver's going to dump that pass. That's going to come back out again into neutral. Audrey going back on defense. She comes from behind the player. The shot is wide of the net, rebounds off the backside of the boards. They tried to take another shot from the side, but Francis is there blocking. Puck going back up again to the blue line. Oh, Vancouver tried to send it through. Almost missed the puck there. They try again. It bounces off of Francis back out to the other side line. Shot caught in the body by Kira. 11:46 left to go here in the game. Still 4-0 Redhawks. Looks like another line change. We've got Zoe coming out with McKinley on D. On the forward line, we have Talia with Kate and Liv. Puck drops again. Kate gets to it. Kate up along the wall. She kicks it back out again into neutral. Liv trying to go for it. Puck gets dumped back into our defensive zone where Zoe picks it up. Zoe going back behind the net. She passes it around the backside, getting it to McKinley. Ooh, McKinley gets pushed down hard against the boards. Oh, I didn't like that. She gets back up, though. Kate up along the wall along with Mac. Let's see, Vancouver gets to it. They pass it across D to D. They're going to try a shot here. It's wide of the net. Goes back on the backside. McKinley going to get a hold of that puck as she knocks the player down. McKinley gets pushed up into the boards again. Kate getting back to it on the corner. McKinley able to pick it off. She tries to send it back forward, but it gets deflected. Multiple hits off the stick. McKinley able to send it back out to the wall where Kate picks it up as she goes out into neutral. Slings off of her stick. Oh, Liv just goes past it where Vancouver defense will recover it. They try to send it back out, but Liv catches it. She sends it back deep into the zone. We've got Cammie coming out. We have Audrey and Francis coming out on D. Puck goes back up along the line. Audrey trying to keep it, or Cammie trying to keep it in. Kate gets it. She sloops it back forward. Vancouver gets it, though. They pass it back out. They manage to dump it back out again into the neutral. It's going to come down the ice. Audrey will come back and recover it defensively. Audrey's going to send it up to Kate, who's wide open as Vancouver tried to do a shift change there. Puck gets sent across. Missed the pass there. Vancouver getting to it on the wall as Francis tries to pinch keep the puck in. Cammie falling behind her. We got Lucy coming out now for Kate as they're pinned up on the boards. Vancouver able to come away with it, but Lucy gets them from behind. She's able to turn the puck around, sending it back forward. Lakota now coming out for Liv as Vancouver recovers it back in their defensive ice. They're passing back and forth. Here goes Vancouver across the neutral. Audrey able to knock it out with her skates. Vancouver trying to send it back to the blue line, but Lucy gets to it. She manages to kick it back out into neutral where Vancouver defense will recover it. They pass it back forward, but it's a wide pass. It'll get picked up by Cammie. Cammie sending it up the wall as she tries to go forward with that puck. She's able to knock it loose. Cammie turning back around again. Puck gets kicked back where Dakota gets it. She tried to pass it over to Francis, but it was wide. Francis will go back for it. She's got pressure there from Vancouver as they pinch her up against the wall. She sends the puck back around the backside of the boards. Audrey will pick it up here on the corner. She's looking for the pass out, catches the skate. She shifts it out harder. Dakota catches it in neutral. Dakota going out across the neutral zone as she goes forward into the zone. Looks like we've got Lily and Talia coming out along with McKinley and Zoe. Puck back on the corner. Vancouver trying to get it as Dakota pushing up against the players. Talia comes away with it. She goes around the backside. She sends it back to McKinley at the blue line. Mac with a shot. Oh, Lily trying to deflect that. It goes back out to the corner. Vancouver passing it up along the boards. Let's see. Zoe's got it at the blue line. She shifts it, but that's going to hop out into neutral. McKinley will recover it as we clear the offsides, but she's got pressure from Vancouver. The puck gets passed. Let's see. Shea able to pick it up. Here goes Shea. She turns back around in neutral. Shea will go into the zone as the defender faded out to the middle. Shea getting in position. She takes a shot high over back to the corner. Vancouver will get to it on the wall. Lily going back. We've got a D-change happening. Talia sends it back into the zone. It goes back out again into neutral. Vancouver passing it forward in neutral, but Francis is there cutting off the player. They try to center it back out. Lily able to grab a hold of that puck. Lily turning back around. She gives it up to Shea in neutral. Good pass there. Shea turns back around. She has pressure, but Talia is able to kick it past her, sending it into the zone. That puck will go back behind the net. Lily going to the other side corner to meet the players. She's able to strip the puck away from them. She centers it up. Oh, just goes past Talia back out to Vancouver. Vancouver passing it back out into neutral where it goes to Francis. Francis D-to-D'ing it across the neutral. She sends it back again along the line. We've got Cammie and Kate coming out for Lily and Shea as the puck goes back to the corner again. Or sorry, not Shea. Now we've got Shea coming out for Liv. Puck back again in neutral. Gets centered back up. Cammie able to grab it. She passes it back forward in neutral. Vancouver defense has it. They kick it back out again. Let's see. Francis goes forward. She pushes it up. We got a little bit less than 8 minutes left to go as Kate gets the puck and she comes in. She's got Vancouver in front of her. She goes out to the side. Oops, she tried to drop pass it to Audrey, but Audrey missed it. But Liv able to come from behind. She sends the puck back behind the net where Kate recovers it. Kate on the backside of the boards looking here for the pass. She goes around the other side of the net. She slings it loose right in front. It's going to go back out to the blue line. Francis takes a shot just high over the top. Rebounds off the backboards where Kate's able to recover it again. Kate out to the outside. She gives it back to Liv behind the net, but Liv's got pressure there from Vancouver. Kate coming in to try to dig the puck out as Vancouver sends it up along the wall. Audrey will pinch and get a hold of that. She sends it in low. It gets blocked by the goalie. Back out to the corner again. Puck sent back behind the net to Kate. Kate centers it up to Cammie. It goes off the stick, though. Blocked. Audrey able to pick it up. She sends it back in. Blocked by the goalie. Back out to the corner again. Kate's got it back behind the net as she tries to look for a pass here. She gives it back to Audrey again. Audrey giving it over to Francis. Ooh, Vancouver almost intercepted that, and they do intercept now as they go back out into the neutral. Here goes Vancouver on the drive into the zone. Audrey able to block him out with the stick, and there's a shot caught in the glove by Kira. 6:53 left to go here in the third. Still 4-0 Redhawks as a new line comes out on the ice. Looks like we have on the forward line Talia, Lucy, and Dakota, and on defense right now we have Zoe and Lily. Puck drops, it gets loose, gets centered up to the other side wall. Zoe trying to get there as the puck goes back behind the net. Vancouver tries to center it. Lily caught it. She sends it over to Zoe. Here goes Zoe up the wall. Zoe passing it back forward. Just misses Dakota. Vancouver will get it. They pass it back to the other side defense. They're going to pass it up in the neutral as they turn back around. Zoe going forward. She blocks out the puck. Vancouver sends it back forward. It pops off of Zoe. Whoop, Lily loses her skates, but she's able to pass that one over from the knee to Zoe. Zoe will kick it back behind the net to Lily. Lily's looking to make this pass here. She shifts it all the way out over Dakota's stick. That's going to go off the stick. Oh, no, they're going to call an icing. Yeah, I thought it hit Dakota's stick at the right time, but apparently it was just in front of the red line. 6:16 left to go here in the game. Still 4-0 Redhawks. Coming out on the ice, we have Cammie, Kate, and Liv. And on defense, we have Lily and Zoe still with Kira over here on the net. Puck drops. Cammie trying to battle win that one. Kate tries to come away with it. Vancouver has it. They send it back to the point, back up to the other side. Vancouver up along the wall. Kate trying to help here along with Cammie. Kate able to grab a hold of it. Here goes Kate. She kicks it back out to Liv across the neutral. Here goes Liv into the zone. Liv all the way on the outside wall as she comes back around the backside of the net. Liv's going to send that one back to Lily at the blue line. Lily will send that in low. Oh, a deflection off the side of the net. Goes back to the wall again. That puck will get shifted back to Zoe at the blue line. Zoe sending it up. She's going to send it back behind the net. Vancouver will get to on the wall. They're going to try to send it up the boards, but Lily catches it. She sends it back in to Cammie, who tries to give it to Kate back behind the net. Cammie trying to come help her as they get pinched up on the boards. Kate gets a hold of that puck as she comes around the other side. She centers it up to Liv. That puck must have hit a post there. Let's see, Cammie trying to send it back behind again as Kate tries to pinch on the wall. Back behind the net. They're battling to try to get that puck loose with 5:20 left to play here. Cammie and Kate push in to try to get the puck loose. Kate able to come away with it on the backside. She tries to take another shot there. That gets blocked, sent out to the wall again by Vancouver. Vancouver up along the boards. Liv manages to kick it back where Kate grabs a hold of it. Kate centers it back up, tried to hit it to Cammie. It just goes wide back out to the corner again. Again, Vancouver has it. Liv cutting them off. Puck sent back behind the boards again. Now Kate has it. Oh, there's going to be a penalty here. Centered up. And it looks like it'll be a penalty against us. Against Cammie. 4:52 left to play here in the third. Out come Audrey and Francis. For body checking, looks like Cammie will go to the box for 2 minutes of our remaining 4:52. Sorry. Well, they didn't put a minute 30. It should be 2 minutes, right? Maybe it's a minute 30? I don't know. The penalty times keep changing. It should be 2 because we're playing Canadian rules. Yeah. All right, we got Talia and Shea out on the forward line. Francis and Audrey on D. Talia sending it back out, but Vancouver gets a hold of it. They pass it back up to the blue line. Shea almost there to block it. They send it to the other side. Blue line shot caught in the body by Kira. Whoa. .447 left to play. 1:25 left on the PK. Puck drops again, back out to the wall. Vancouver sends it back up to the blue line. Vancouver passing it across the other side blue line. They pass it back again. They're going to dump it up along the wall. They pass it back to the blue line again. We're doing a good job positionally and not giving them much room to pass inside. They can only pass on the outside. They try another shot, blocked by Kira, and she goes ahead and covers it up as Francis blocks in front of the net. Francis. Man, the Francis's faces are the best thing ever. All right, looks like we have Zoe and Lily out on defense, Lucy and Dakota on forward. Dakota will take the face-off here. Puck drops. Dakota wins that one. Lucy able to grab a hold of it. Here goes Lucy as she goes out into the neutral. She gets it around the player. She skates hard down the ice. Lucy on fire. She goes back to that puck. She gets it as she loops back around the net. She gets cut off by Vancouver. They're able to pick up the puck. Vancouver carrying it back forward across the neutral ice. Here comes Vancouver as they go forward into the neutral. Lily will take them back out to the wall. She manages to knock off the player. They take a shot blocked by Kira. It's loose right in front of the net. Kira saves that one, sending it back out with the leg pads. Puck back again to the blue line. Vancouver looking for a shot here. They take a shot, blocks off Kira's glove, goes back behind the net. Zoe going back to that puck. She's going to shift that one. Caught at the blue line by Vancouver. They're trying to make another pass here. They kick it back out to the other side wall, back up to the blue line again. Lily's got 2 players in front of the net as she tries to clear them out. Puck goes back. Lucy able to send it back behind. Vancouver gets to it. Lily's going to get to this puck. Lily's going to shift it hard down the ice, getting it out. That'll go rolling down out into neutral. Vancouver will cover it. We got 6 seconds left to go here on the PK, 3:27 left to play. Dakota able to turn that puck around. It comes loose in neutral. Here goes Vancouver up along the wall. They're going to dump the puck back behind. Woo! It's going to bounce off the wall. Kira's going to leave it for Lily. Lily will scoop back behind the net. Here goes Lily. Oh, Vancouver able to knock it off her stick. Zoe coming from behind, though, blocks it off. The puck goes back behind again. Lily going to try to cut her off as she comes around the other side. Zoe going back. We've managed to advance the PK. Puck loose. Cammie trying to kick it out. It's going to go high up into the netting, and that'll be a whistle blow with 3 minutes left to play in this game. 4-0 Red Hawks. Out comes Audrey and Francis on D. On the forward line right now, we've got Kate out along with Liv and Talia. Puck drops. Talia sending it back out to the boards. Audrey trying to get to that puck as she holds the player in there. Puck goes loose on the wall. Let's see. Talia trying to help. Talia digs it out as she goes back behind the net with the puck. Talia passing it out to Liv. Liv clear open. She's able to go around the players, getting it out into neutral. Here goes Liv. If she comes across, she's got Kate on the other side. She takes a shot, caught in the body by the goalie. 2:40 left to go. Puck back down again, goes back to the blue line. Francis sends that over to Audrey. Audrey with a shot, blocked by the goalie, back out to the corner again. Let's see, Talia trying to go back for it as Vancouver sends it back behind the net. Kate going to try to cut them off. They send it up along the wall. Vancouver will lift that one out. That goes back out into neutral. Audrey will recover it. Audrey kicking it back up along the boards. Vancouver sending it back forward again. Vancouver has it as they send it up along the wall. Talia will come back and get a hold of this puck as she goes back behind the net. They're shift changing here. Oh, puck gets caught up on the line there. Talia digging it back out. She kicks it back up to Liv. Here goes Liv as she goes back out into the neutral. Liv coming down the ice. She's going to dump that in. We got about 2 minutes left to go as Cammie comes out for Talia. Puck back behind the net. It's going to come up the wall. Audrey trying to turn it back around on the corner. Vancouver kicking it up off the boards as they come out again into neutral. We got Cammie back on defense. Cammie kicks it off the stick. Cammie will pick it up. We got 1:45 left to play as Cammie hits it up along the boards, getting it to Liv. Liv will kick it back forward, allowing the shift changes to happen. Out comes Shea. Let's see, Kate takes another shot, goes off the glove, puck back on the wall again. Kate turning back around. We got 1:30 left to play as Kate comes back up to the point. She tries to get another shot. Oh, deflected off of Shea's stick into the net. That'll be second goal for Shea today. Great job there. Good deflection. Great job there by Shea. Great game. All right, now Lily. Lily giving Shea a big hug. 1:25 left to go here as Talia comes out at center. Lily will come out on the wing to join Shea. We've got McKinley and Zoe out on D. Puck drops again. Talia sends that one back to Zoe. Zoe over to McKinley. McKinley looking to make that pass up to Lily. Gets caught on the players there. Kick back to Zoe. Zoe's looking to make that pass. She's going to carry it up across the neutral. No clear pass. She dumps it into the zone. Picked up by Vancouver just on the other side of the blue line. They try to kick it out, but it's kept in by Talia. She sends it deep back behind the net. Vancouver will get back to it in the corner. Lily trying to get there as they pass it up the wall. Caught by McKinley at the blue line. She dumps it back behind the net again. It'll rebound on the backside where Vancouver will pick it back up again. They try to pass it back out on the wall again. McKinley pinching to keep that puck in as Lily comes in to help her. Puck pushed back along the wall where Vancouver will pick it up. They go back behind the net with the puck. They're looking to make a pass out here. Nope, looks like they're going to carry it back out again into neutral. Lily will go cut him off. She takes the puck away, and Talia able to recover it from behind her. Talia turning it back around. We got 38 seconds left to play as Talia goes back out to the outside. Puck on the backside of the net. Lily and Talia trying to get it. Oop, puck pops loose. Shea tried to grab a hold of it. Vancouver will pick it up. Here goes Vancouver. They pass it back out again into neutral. We got 26 seconds left to play as the puck pops loose. Lily will go back and grab it. Oh, Lily turns it back around. Lily kicking it back forward, goes off Shea's stick. Vancouver grabs a hold of it. Lily trying to blocks the shot there. 14 seconds left to go. They try to center it back up again. Whoa! Goes off the stick. Shea able to grab a hold of it. Shea will kick that one back out into neutral, allowing changes, but we got 6 seconds left to play here. Puck goes back down again. Cammie trying to get there, and that is going to be the game. Final score, 5-0 Redhawks against Vancouver. And I think this is a time where we saw a lot of shots here in this game. So that was a great effort. Finally, I feel like seeing them start to click. And what a great game for Shea with those 2 goals. Decides for her first goal for the season, she might as well add a second one. All right, so that'll be it for this weekend. We heard that we have next weekend off. Well, at least from games. I'm sure there might be a practice, but no games. So that'll be the scheduling weekend before we start the regular season in Pakaha. So we'll see everybody in 2 weeks' time. Hope you have a great rest of your Sunday and weekend, and we'll see you then.